Today we'll talk about something new in feng shui. This is something that you may know about if you already have some basic knowledge in feng shui. But I will still try to make it. I still have to teach this because that's. Because this is important, and I will make them more clear and more in detail, so that you can understand those basic principles more. Understand those basic principles in depth. Okay, so first I'll introduce three important concepts in feng shui. The first is luan tou. Usually we translate that as form. Okay, so what is form? In feng shui, anything that you can see and you can touch is a form. Okay. For example, you're watching this video right now. The computer in front of you is a form. The chair you are sitting on is a form. Or the cell phone you are holding is a form. So anything you can see and you can touch is a form. For the perspective so the form is important in feng shui is in that it can create sha qi. So what is sha qi? So sha qi is malignant. Usually we call it malignant qi profile. Okay, so the malignant here means it's the negative effect that can be the negative effect on the person, basically. So what are those negative effects? So let's say if you're in a environment that has forms that will create sha qi, then you might be, let's say you might become impulsive, might feel uncomfortable, feel unhealthy, or you might gradually you might start making more poor judgment. So that is from feng shui perspective, that means you are being affected by sha qi. Okay, by the malignant qi profile. Okay, the form. The formula means you calculate. This is basically what you have already seen a lot in 8-dimension feng shui in the previous videos. Like we calculate which star is in which location inside the house. We calculate that based on the line change rules in the 8 trigram, and we evaluate the auspicious and inauspicious sectors one by one from this interaction between the star and the palace. That is formula. So as you will see a lot of formula in the Xuan Kong Feng Shui as well. We're gonna do that after a couple classes. So in each feng shui school, it should involve both form and formula. As I probably mentioned before in the Wikipedia, I actually saw that they have two fundamental feng shui schools as form school and compass school. Basically, the compass there means formula. Okay, the form school and compass school. This is not the right division. This is not the right division because each school involves both. Like the 8-dimension feng shui I taught before. You calculate which sector has auspicious star, which sector has inauspicious star, and you try to make arrangement based on that. What do you do? What do you arrange? That's the form, right? Let's say you have you would like to have the bedroom in your in the location associated with Tianyi, with Shengqi, and you would like to see the bathroom is associated with Wugui or Zhiming. So that is the arrangement. Like you also you can calculate your life diagram and calculate which orientation, which direction is auspicious for you, which is inauspicious for you, and then based on that, you arrange your desk. You tilt your desk such that you are facing the auspicious orientation. So the desk is luan tou, it's a form. So you arrange the form such that the arrangement will be consistent with the formula. Okay, so that's very important concept. That's the core of feng shui. In feng shui, you try to make arrangement, to create certain auspicious feng shui structure, certain auspicious feng shui configurations, such that the form and formula can match. Okay, that's the essence. That's the essence of feng shui. So don't just say this is form school, that is formula school. Okay, that's not right. Okay, so in this class I will discuss the sha qi from exterior, and I will show you basically, also I can call that the negative feng shui structure, the negative feng shui feature from exterior. So negative feng shui feature here, I just mean the sha qi, because this feature, those form will generate sha qi. So okay, so the first example is called bowl-shaped road or bowl-shaped water, bowl-shaped river. Bowl-shaped road. First example. Sometimes it's water, river. Okay. What does it look like? So let's say this is your house. I'm a very bad drawer, so forgive me on this. That's you. It's your house, yours. And outside your house, you will be able to see a road like that. That's traffic. Okay, you got to have traffic. Otherwise, I can draw a road outside of my house and say that's bullshit, the road. Okay, that's not right. Okay, you have traffic. See cars, trucks. Okay, that's traffic. Okay, so this is called bullshit road. That's the first type of negative feng shui feature I'm going to talk about. Actually, this may not be so negative, depending on what is this. If this is your house, most likely it will be negative. Okay, let's talk about house first. So why it's what's the effect? What's essentially when I say negative, what's the negative effect? So according to feng shui script, they will say it will incur the wealth loss. Okay, that's wealth loss. You will lose money essentially if you live in this house. So the explanation is that there is an explanation of that. I think it's it makes some sense in ancient country, in ancient China, Asian country, in Asian country in the world, but it doesn't quite make sense right now. But I will still let you know what is that. So essentially, in feng shui, the road is considered a type of water. Okay, the road it's like I should say water flow. Okay, it's a type of water flow. So the explanation is in old times. Let's say this is your house, and you see there is a bowl-shaped river near you. River. Especially, let's say if this is the water flow is rapid. Okay, there's rapid water flow. Okay, water from here. Then they will say, as time goes by, the water, the water will be pushing towards your house. Let's say couple. Okay, you have many rainy days, and the water, the water flow becomes becomes much stronger, and you have this alluviation effect, and the water, as if the effect gets strong enough, the water will flow into your house, and your house might be just flooded away by the water. So that at that time there's no bank. Your money was just you keep your money under your bed, and then the money will be flooded away as well. So that is a type of wealth loss. You might, if your house is not robust enough, your house might be flooded away as well. So that's wealth loss. That is the explanation in ancient times. But like right now, there's a road. Okay, you probably don't see the road getting closer and closer to your house, right? So what you might expect, well, not you would expect, but what might happen is this. If it's a highway, then the car might be moving too fast, and then there's a drunk person driving the car, and the car might just hitting to your crashing into a house. This might happen, right? It's a small probability event, but you can rule that out. And when you were sleeping in your house, wow, one car was just running to your house. Okay, that's not so good. One possibility. Or if the road is dirty, and it's not it's not cleaned, and the dust, because of the centrifugal force, the effect of the centrifugal force, the dust might just be your house might get dirty when you come back to your house after work. You might be covered with dust, whatever. So that's the other possibility. Anyhow, I don't see the probability like what I said in ancient times. So, but I do have experience that this dust, it's not the effect is not so there seems to be an effect, and the effect is not actually, this is not the accurate. Again, this is not accurate. This is not the accurate description. So usually the effect is the wealth not stable, or maybe your income, especially if you are doing business. In this location, the wealth or your income not stable. Not stable means sometime you may be able to, if you work here, sometime you may be able to make lots of money, and sometimes you might lose a lot. Okay, two ways, a double-edged sword. So that's why I said it's not so negative, especially let's say you don't have much money at the beginning, then you probably will like that, because your wealth, you will have some volatility, you will have some fluctuations. That means you have the chance to be able to make a bunch, and if you know feng shui, you will be able to create some special feng shui structure in your office, such that you can make use of this negative structure, and even convert the sha qi into a positive element in feng shui. That is possible. Okay, that is what we do, what we feng shui consultant do. So this is the first example here, and again one more word. How close would that be? How close? Like, what's the distance here? Usually, if you check the feng shui script, they won't say that clear, because most likely it depends on how big the road is, how and the traffic flow, and it depends on lots of things. You have to estimate. You have to see it. Based on my experience, it has to be smaller than 200 meters. Okay, usually 200 meters. If it's within 50 meters, that is a concern, definitely a concern. But if the road is a highway, as I said, it's a highway, it's really huge traffic flow, might go up to 200 meters. That will have an effect. And also, there's nothing block here. Let's say there are many houses between you and the bowl-shaped road. Okay, then you don't need to worry about that. Those guys would be worried about that, because they block it. Okay, they block it for you. That's the first example, and let's go to the second one. Second one is cut. The edge, sha is the sha qi here. So what is that? Edge. You have a house. This is your house. I'm such a bad drawer. I can barely withstand myself. There's another building, big building, this way. Pa. Right. The degree here, and usually is smaller, equal to 90 degree. And your house is directly facing the edge of this building. This edge of the building. Negative feng shui effect. So the sha qi comes from the edge, because the edge will combine the qi, and the qi will hit the building, and it will be converged and then hit your house. So as a physics student, I really feel ashamed when I explain this in that way. But there is an effect. It's not the accurate way, but there is an effect. And also, if you let's say if you stare at something that is sharp, it's a sharp edge. If you try to stare something that is with a sharp edge, you don't feel comfortable about that. Okay, it's stimulating. This sharp edge is stimulating. So essentially the effect is another psychological effect. The effect is you might become more impulsive. Let's say you are not, in general, you're not an impulsive person, and after you live into this house, you figure out you are easier to get excited, get agitated. You become more impulsive. Yeah, then might be some feng shui effect. There. You become more impulsive, and you will tend to make more poor judgment, so that will incur some wealth loss. Again, wealth loss would be the effect. And it's there's an interesting story. Is in Hong Kong. It's a story related to this structure. In Hong Kong, there was HSBC Bank. There was building HSBC building, and HSBC headquarter. And then we have HSBC headquarter first, and then in 1990, so there was a Bank of China building. Bank of China building was built after the HSBC quarter, and the shape of that Bank of China building was pretty much like a huge sword. You see, like a huge sword with multiple blades. And one of the blades is pointing directly at HSBC building. And then once the Bank of China building was built, the people working in HSBC got a panic attack. They got really panic because as background knowledge, people in Hong Kong they really care about feng shui, and so once they see this negative feng shui feature, even the psychological effect would be great. And then they HSBC hired a feng shui consultant, and what the feng shui consultant did was they create a little structure on top of the HSBC building. It's a cannon. Okay, I can draw it. It's a cannon. They built a cannon on top of the building. It's a structure. It's not real cannon. It's a structure that looks like a cannon. Okay, you have sword, I have cannon. Let's fight against each other. And amazingly, after the cannon was built, the performance of HSBC kind of recovered, and afterwards, both of them were doing okay or doing great. Obviously, there's a psychological effect, right? But this is just one interest. I think it was an interesting story to share with you about this edge shot. So this is very common. This is very common, especially let's say in a big city like New York, or in Boston, or in Shanghai, in Hong Kong. There are so many buildings, and those buildings, you can see that. Sometimes you will see this. Okay. And some feng shui fix needs to be done, and usually with how to. So usually, basically there are 4 ways. There are 4 basic methods in the feng shui remedy. So okay, this is the second example. I will leave it down. And again, the distance between them usually, gotta be less than 200 meters. Less than 200 meters. And there are 4 basic feng shui remedies. It's called block, absorb, fight, and escape. The block is the most common way. It's the most common method. It's like let's say you have negative feng shui features from outside. You just try to find something to block it. You don't view it, and you block the sha qi, the qi profile. Block the qi profile, the malignant qi profile from outside. Let's say you have the edge shards. Use just close the window and use the blinder to block it. Use the curtain to block it, or whatever. Or you see whatever negative feature from outside. You try use something to block it. Usually the curtain, usually window, the blinder. Blinder, the curtain. Sometimes we use plant. Plant is a very effective weapon in feng shui. We use that a lot. Plant to block it. So absorb. Absorb means you try to convert the negative feng shui structure into a positive feng shui structure, and essentially you try to make use of the sha qi, and such that this can be used to even improve your business. So it's mostly used in business feng shui. Rarely used in home feng shui, because it requires lots of space. I will give you examples later, but it requires some space. It does require space. So for your house, most likely you won't have much space. Okay, if you try to create some feng shui structure, some feng shui configuration to absorb the sha qi, or you probably won't have space to walk. So it's mostly used in business feng shui and rarely used in home feng shui. In fight, I just give you one example there. You have sword, I have cannon, fight with each other, and also this is usually used in business feng shui. Rarely used in home feng shui. In home feng shui, we don't want to see any fighting scenario. In home feng shui, we rarely use that. And escape, which I think is the most effective way. You want to buy a house, and you see many negative feng shui structures, many negative feng shui features from outside, and the wu gui, the wu gui position, 5 ghost position is in your bedroom, and the tian yi position, the most auspicious stars in your bathroom. Okay, I don't buy it. I just escape. Okay, I try another house. Okay, so that's I think it's usually you prepare the fix, the real fix is usually hard, even for a very experienced feng shui consultant. Sometimes it can be really hard and expensive. But the escape, okay, you do that beforehand. This is, for me, I think this is the best way. Okay, so that's the four common feng shui remedies. I think that's probably all for today. We'll keep going. Discuss more negative feng shui features from exterior in the next class. Okay, see you next class.